Imagine a taste so exquisite, so beyond the limits of human sensation, that no earthly comparison could ever capture its essence. A flavor so perfect that just one bite would dissolve every craving, every longing, into pure, unending satisfaction. This is the food of paradise, a divine gift, a promise from the Most Merciful to those who believe and strive in His path. But what does it truly taste like? To understand this, we must turn to the Quran, the Hadith, and even the subtle hints within the natural world that point towards something far greater than our mortal senses can perceive. The Quran describes paradise in vivid, breathtaking detail, and its food is no exception. It speaks of fruits, dates, pomegranates, bananas, but not as we know them. These are fruits untouched by decay, never overripe, never bitter, never less than perfect. Their flavors are so intense, so harmoniously balanced, that they awaken a pleasure beyond mere taste. The Quran tells us that the people of paradise will eat and drink, but without the burdens of this world, no waste, no excess, no discomfort. Every bite is pure nourishment, pure delight, without any of the consequences that come with earthly consumption. It is a satisfaction that transcends the physical, reaching into the very soul. The Hadith expand on this with even more astonishing descriptions. The Prophet Muhammad spoke of heavenly provisions that defy imagination. There is meat from the most magnificent birds, so tender that it dissolves like light upon the tongue. There are rivers of wine, not the intoxicating drink of this world, but a crystal clear liquid, sweet beyond measure, refreshing beyond description. One narration tells of a single pomegranate from paradise, so abundant that an entire community could eat from it and still find more. Another speaks of a drink called tasneem, reserved for those closest to Allah, a taste so sublime that it eclipses all earthly pleasures combined. Listen closely, because these are not mere metaphors. They are glimpses into a reality so perfect that our minds can only grasp fragments of its splendor. Even science, in its exploration of taste and sensation, hints at the possibility of such perfection. Our taste buds are limited, designed to interpret the flavors of this world: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, umami. But what if there were flavors beyond these? What if there were foods with molecular structures so refined, so perfectly balanced, that they triggered not just pleasure, but a state of bliss? Modern gastronomy strives for the perfect bite, yet even the finest chefs cannot create a taste that never tires, never fades. The food of paradise, however, never loses its wonder. It is eternally new, eternally satisfying, because it is not bound by the laws of this world. But beyond taste, there is something even more profound about the food of paradise. It is an act of worship. In this life, we eat to survive, often distracted, sometimes wasteful. In paradise, every bite is gratitude, every sip a remembrance of Allah's infinite mercy. The Quran tells us that the believers will hear no vain talk in paradise, only the word peace, and their food will reflect that serenity. There is no excess, no gluttony, only perfect harmony between body and soul. So, what does the food of paradise truly taste like? It tastes like the end of all longing. It tastes like a love so deep that every bite feels like a reunion. It tastes like the answer to every unspoken prayer, the fulfillment of every hidden desire. It is not just sustenance. It is joy made tangible, a divine embrace in the form of flavor. And for those who strive for it, who live their lives in devotion and righteousness, it is a promise of a feast beyond imagination, where every bite is a taste of eternity. Listen, for this is not just a dream. It is a reality waiting for those who seek it. And perhaps, in the most blessed moments of this life, we are given fleeting hints, a perfectly ripe fruit, a meal shared in gratitude, a taste so good it feels like a whisper from the divine. These are the reminders that paradise is real, and its food, its indescribable, unimaginable food, is but one of its countless wonders.